Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, Today I'm gonna show you guys what I do for my chest and back workouts. Hopefully you guys don't mind the voiceover. The only reason why I'm doing the voiceover is because on my last video, YouTube copyrighted it. One of the songs in the background whenever I was at the gym. It's just cautionary, I guess, for me to do the voiceover, just so I have no problems with YouTube copywriting this video. There really was no music at the background, but I think there was some faint music playing, so just to avoid that, I'm just going to do a voiceover. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But right now I am warming up my rotator cuffs. I had an injury about I don't even know how long ago, but I had an injury on my shoulder, specifically my left shoulder, not too long ago, and it just helps to avoid any pain that I feel or discomfort whenever I bench. Um, right now I am weighing at about 119 pounds, 118.6 is the last time that I weighed myself, which was maybe a few days ago. But right now I start off my chest with bench, and I was doing a 5x5 at 135, but I recently switched it up about maybe a week ago to 5x3 on 145. Right now I'm just warming up with the bar. I just do, I believe, with the bar itself, like one set of 10, if I'm correct. Maybe 15. I can't remember. I'm gonna count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I lied. I guess it's 20 reps I do with the bar. But usually I do the bar for however many reps. I thought it was 10, but I guess today I decided to do 15. Right after that, I do about maybe 3 warm-up sets, and it's just I gradually increase the weight. Right now I think I'm about to add a 10, if I remember correctly. I believe it's a 10. Yeah, it looks like a 10. But yeah, I gradually increase till I get to 145. That's when I do my 5x3s, and it's nothing too crazy, it's about like maybe 30 pounds from what I weigh. So I don't usually train for strength. I just do it for because I do construction, so I just do it to maintain my strength during the work that I do. Right now I'm about to do a set of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I did 10 reps of 65, I believe. And again, I warm up gradually, so now I believe I'm about to do a 25, I think. Yeah, that looks like it's a 25. Is that 25? I'm not sure anymore. I believe it is a 25, just because it doesn't look big enough. Or 35. Honestly, I can't even remember. I have such horrible memory. But yeah, I can't really tell if that's a 25 or 35. But I'm gonna do a warm-up set again. All right, and that's I like to have a good arch just so I can feel it all in my chest. So that's why I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe that's 35. If I only did 5 reps, I think that's a 35. Yeah, I believe that is a 35. I honestly don't even know anymore. Yeah, I'm guessing that was a 35. Now I'm warm up with the plate, and like I said, I don't really do it for strength wise. I just do it to just to be healthy, keep my joints good. Whenever I hang drywall, I feel like I use like my whole upper body, and doing flat bench, I believe it really helps whenever I hang drywall, especially if it's a half inch drywall, and I usually hang up the 4x8 one, so it's not too heavy, but it's heavy, especially if you do it for however many sheets of drywall that I have to hang up, and usually it's a lot. So here I am benching 135. Just one time, I guess. Yeah, I can't even remember the amount of reps that I did with that, but there is here I am putting a 5 on each side in order for it to be a 145. There it is. Here I am just taking a sip of my energy drink, and I wasn't trying to take too much caffeine today, or this day particularly, because I have a caffeine addiction. So it kind of helps, it's a kickstart, so it only has like 90 milligrams of caffeine, if I'm not mistaken. So it helps out in the gym, and it doesn't really crash you out. It's like a regular soda. But here I am about bench 145 for a set. One set of 3 reps, I believe. Yeah, one set of 3 reps, and I try to control my reps, just so I can feel it all in my chest. Here I am about to yeah. 1, 2, and 3. That last rep didn't seem too great. I think my form was a little off, but I was just like, I was just warming up still, I was still just trying to get loose. Here I am going for my second set. There we go, getting that arch in. And I take deep breaths on these. Just like I said, I just want to control the weight, nice and easy going down, and nice and easy going back up. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and I guess I barely had that third rep in me. And there I was just jamming out to the song. I didn't even know what song was playing. But yeah, this day there wasn't when I was recording, when I got to the gym, there was like just two people there, so it wasn't too I wasn't too embarrassed recording, just cause there was only like two people there, and I tried to stay out of their way. I think it is weird just seeing a random kid just recording in the gym, so hopefully they didn't mind. Here I am. I believe this is my third set, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Nice deep breath. Unrack it. Nice unracking. 1, 2, and nice deep breath. Down. Up. Barely made it up, and that makes it 3. And I usually take about like a minute and a half to 2 minute break whenever I do these type of sets, just cause it does take quite a bit out of me. Like I said, I only weigh about 119 pounds. I try to eat as much as I can, but it's the worst. And I don't really eat meat. Usually I usually eat just eggs, like cheese or bread. Occasionally the whey protein. Chicken is like I'll eat chicken. I'm not like a true vegetarian, but I usually don't eat chicken. Red meats only when I guess I'm provided with it, or if I'm at a gathering, like a family gathering. That's the only time I eat red meat. Chicken is the occasional, if someone makes it for me, like my mom, if she makes like chicken, then I'll eat it. But usually it's just strict vegetarian type foods. And I only get about like maybe like 2,000 calories in a day, usually less. I try to have my protein at about 120 to 130, over my body weight. Carbs, it just varies. Maybe I'll have 180 to 160 carbs. I usually don't I usually don't have an appetite, so it makes it harder for me to gain weight. But when I do, I feel like horrible. I usually feel sluggish. Fats, I believe I only intake about 50 to 60 grams. Nothing too crazy. I believe this is my last set. Here I am going for my second, and I barely had this when fatigue kicks in for me. I only did like maybe one good rep. The other rep, it looked like it wasn't the best rep I could get out. But I love drop sets, and right now I always drop set on the last set on whatever exercise I do. Compound exercises I do, just so I can like fatigue the muscle, make sure it like kills my chest. Here I am doing 135 for I think I did 3 reps. I can't really remember. Here I am getting ready for it, and whenever you do a drop set, you would usually like to do it as soon as you finish the last set you were working on, but I don't have anybody to spot me, so that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Here I am unracking it. Good unrack. 1, 2 good ones. That looks really good. Here I am re-racking it, and I think I did 35s. I'm not quite sure. We're about to see. Yeah, so here I am putting 35 on. And I think on my warm-up set, I believe it was a 25. I don't think it was a 35. I believe it was a 25 that I put on whenever I did my second warm-up set. Here I am putting on the 35s. You can tell those are 35, so I believe my second warm-up set they were 25s. Here I am going again, getting that nice arch, legs down, getting that leg drive. Yeah, I'm unracking it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, another one. 5, and I barely had that in me. And there, that completes my bench exercise. Like I said, I just switched up my routine. I was doing 5x5s and 135, but I recently changed it. Like I said, I don't even think I have a whole week on doing 5x3s and 145. I believe I barely started. Here I am doing pull-ups. Whenever I train chest, I do back as well. I just feel like I have a great connection with back and chest. Here I'm doing pull-ups. I believe this is my fourth, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9. I think I counted 9. Maybe I did 10. I'm not quite sure. Here I am going for a second set. There I am just jamming out. I don't even know what song is playing. Here I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 reps. And I can't even remember how many sets I did with these. I just go with the flow. If I feel like I can do 4 sets, I'll do 4. If I can do 5, I'll do 5. But as you can tell, at this time, it started getting packed in the gym. At one point, there were maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe like 8 people while I was recording. And like I said, I try not to get in anybody's way. That's why I have the camera set the way it's set. I don't even know what set this is. I think it's the 3rd. I think I don't even know. I didn't even count the reps, so let's just say it was the third set. Here I am taking another sip of my my energy drink. Shout out Kickstar. There I am just jamming out. And I'm trying to remember what song was playing while I was doing the pull-ups. I bet it was badass though. Here I'm getting ready for I believe this is the final set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 good reps. I believe they're good reps. I try to go not all the way down because I feel like it takes away from the exercise. I like to have a constant like contraction on the muscle. I don't even know if that's the correct term or the correct way of saying it, but I just like it to always be working. Right after my pull-ups, I have a incline dumbbell press. I believe these were 45s, and I usually don't. I recently started doing incline, maybe about like a month and a half ago when I started the gym again, because I barely started the gym fully, I believe like a month and a half ago. but I just want to grow my upper chest. I think I'm lacking in my upper chest. My lower chest, I think it's alright. I'm not quite sure on how it's supposed to look. As long as the chest is working, then I'm good. But I believe I did 4 sets on these. Yeah, I'm another sip of the kickstart. Here I'm going for I believe these are 50s now. Here they look. I'm not even sure, honestly. I think these are still the 45s. Here I am getting ready. And I have a tiny arch whenever I do incline. Nothing too crazy. You know, I'm not trying to break my back or anything, but I do have a tiny arch on it. Here I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I barely repped that one now, as you could tell. And I think now I'm going to the 50s. I'm not even sure anymore. I have no idea what I was doing. Or maybe I just stayed at 45 the whole time. I believe I did. Like it says, whatever I feel in that moment, that's what I'm going to do. If it's 45, it's 45. If it's 50, it's 50. It just varies on the day, depending what I did prior to the day. Here I am getting ready. And yeah, I said hopefully you guys don't mind that I'm doing the voiceover. It's just that I don't want YouTube to copyright it. Again, I already know it's a long video. I usually spend about 3 hours in the gym, 2 hours lifting, and an hour. I always do an hour and 10 minutes cardio. You know, trying to keep that heart well. Here I am doing. I don't even know what rep this is. I'm just gonna say, well, I stopped there. I guess I was just too fatigued out, and like I said, I always drop set. So here I am, about to trip. I don't know if I tripped over a dumbbell or my own shoes. I can't really tell. But here I am grabbing the 40s, so I'm guessing what I was doing was 45. So here I am with the 40s, try and get the last few reps out of me. Here I am. I try not to take too long. You know, for the drop set to work, you would usually do it right between the few seconds of doing the last set. So I believe here's the 3rd rep. And that's it. That's all I had in me. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the last set I had. Here I am cleaning, which I didn't record the other ones whenever I did bench, but I always clean the equipment just because I try to keep clean wherever, you know. I'm like a clean freak. Sometimes I feel like I'm too much of a clean freak, but here I am just wiping down the bench just because I've had some friends that've gotten, I think, ringworm is what they call it, from the gym, and it really is super disgusting. It truly frightens me. That's something that I do not want to get, and thankfully I've never gotten it since the few years that I've been in the gym. I've never gotten ringworm, and I don't ever want to get it. So if you go to the gym, just make sure you clean the benches, whatever equipment you do prior to use, just make sure to clean it. They usually have sanitary wipes. If not, they have that sprayer bottle. And all the gyms that I've been to here in my town, they usually have it, and you just wipe it down with a towel. It doesn't take too much, and I truly think that anybody who is a gym goer, they should just keep clean. I know you should get infections from it. The gym is I mean, it's not a clean space, really. There's sweat everywhere, but I believe that those few seconds that you take on cleaning it really goes a long way. Here I am doing rows for my back, my lats specifically. I believe I was rowing 50s right here. I'm not even, maybe 45s. I can't really remember. My memory is so bad. But I usually do 10 reps of these. Here I am getting ready for my other set. And I think I did 4 sets of these. I'm not quite sure. Here I am getting ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go on my other arm. And the reason why I have that compression sleeve on my left arm is because not too long ago I like my shoulders have always been messed up. I believe my shoulders are the weakest part of my body. And I believe I went too heavy on one of the lateral raises I was doing, and it just completely messed up my shoulder, and my arm was just in pain. So that's why I have that compression sleeve on. It doesn't hurt anymore. It took like a week in order for it to heal, but I was just constantly doing mobility exercises on it, just making sure it had blood flow going through it. And there I am pointing at Kickstarter. Hopefully they can one of these days maybe they can sponsor me, help your boy out. But I don't even know what. Here I am taking water. Make sure if you ever take energy drinks or you take creatine, pre-workout, always make sure to drink your water, just because you do have that risk of like hurting your liver. I know when you're young you really don't care, but it truly helps if you know what you're taking in, what's going into your body. But make sure whatever you do, if you're taking creatine, pre-workout, any type of substance that gives you like energy, make sure you always drink water. Here I am doing I believe this is my third set, I think. I'm not even sure at this point. Here I am going for the other arm. 1, 2, 3, and I try to stay in one place as possible. Like I try not to move too much, just so I can isolate my lats a little bit more. This usually is it's for your lats, so that's why I try to stay as still. I do have some movements, as you can see, but I feel like it's okay because it's going straight to the lats. Here I am. I finished the workout portion of it. Here I am doing my cardio, and I usually do I do 25 minutes incline, which is the 12:33. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically 12 on the incline of a pace of 3 for 30 minutes, and it really helps shredding off fat on your body. I think it helps. Here I am showing it, the 12:33, and here I am doing a cool down, and here I am finishing the rest of the workout.